The ant in the photograph. Tonight was parents' night for Mr. Casey's third-grade classroom. Darren was excited. He felt like a balloon filled close to bursting. He rushed through his favorite dinner. He did his math homework as fast as he could. He begged his mom to please let him walk the dog after parents' night. Finally, Darren and his mom arrived at school. My project is right over there, Darren said. But pulling his mom across the classroom, they wove around rows of desks, then stopped in front of the art table. Here it is. Darren proudly pointed to a sculpture of a brightly painted giant ant. I recycled stuff that was being thrown anyway, like milk cartons and bottle caps. Can you tell that the legs are old toilet paper tubes? You did a great job, Darren's mom said. It's as colorful as the circus clown. Thanks. It took me almost a whole week to make it, Darren said. Let's make a photograph of you with it, his mom said as she pulled her camera out of its blue bag. Darren picked up his ant, held it high, and grinned for the photograph. Be careful with that, his mom warned, placing the camera back in its bag. I'm not ready to leave yet. Darren put the ant down and followed his mom as she toured the room. Returning to his ant, Darren said happily, I can't wait to show my ant to Dad when he gets home from the business trip. He held his ant high and admired it, but in his excitement, Darren didn't notice a book on the floor. When he stepped on it, his feet flew out from under him, as if he stepped on a banana peel. He and his ant crashed to the floor. Oh no, it's ruined, Darren exclaimed when he saw pieces of his ant littering the floor. He picked up the flattened milk cartons, twisted straws, and ripped paper that had made up his ant. There's no way I can fix it, he moaned, and then never saw it. I'm sorry, Darren, his mom said, helping him pick up the last pieces of his ant. I hope the photograph of it turns out, said Darren. Good thinking, his mom replied. Dad will like to see that. She put the last of the ant sculpture pieces in the wastebasket. Are you ready to go? We can stop at the house, pick up the dog, and go to Elm Creek Park to walk him, if you want. I guess, Darren said with a sad shrug. The next afternoon, the school bell rang, and the kids piled out of the building. Darren followed the crowd towards the buses, but stopped when he heard his name. Hi, Mom, he said when he spied her. What are you doing here? Did you get a photograph from last night? No, unfortunately, I can't find the camera, she said. But you are a mom. You never lose things, Darren said. Maybe I left it at school last night, his mom said. Well, you helped me search the lost and found. But after digging through the mountains of the sweatshirts and the sweaters sorting through misstashed mittens and gloves, looking at the socks, hats, and the scarves, they did not find the camera. Let's go to the office and ask whether anyone turned it in, Darren suggested, his voice filled with worry, but no one in office had seen it either. What if we never find it, Mom? Darren asked as they walked to the car. You don't have your nice camera anymore, and I don't have a picture to show that. Well, his mom said thoughtfully, I'll check the apartment one more time. If it's not there, we may just have to hope for the kindness of a stranger. Was our name and the telephone number on the camera? Darren asked. I don't remember. His mom answered. I sure hope so. Darren sat at the kitchen table the next evening practicing spelling words with his mom when the telephone rang. He wrote a few words while he waited for her, but it was hard to concentrate. A gloomy cloud hung low over his head. There was still no sign of the lost camera. He had tried to make another ant sculpture, but the whole thing fell apart when he started to point it before the glue dried. Now, he had run out of time. His dad was coming home tomorrow, and Darren had nothing to show him. When his mom finished her conservation, she made a quick call and suggested they go outside for a while. I don't feel like it, Darren muttered. Mom smiled and gently tugged Darren to the door. Come on, a surprise is coming. Darren flopped the front steps and waited. But nothing happened. This isn't a very good surprise, Mom, he sighed. Can I go back inside? His mom laughed. You missed the fun if you leave now. Look. An older boy riding a bike came toward them. Are you Darren? He asked. Yes, Darren answered slowly. The boy got off his back, put down his kickstand, and extended his hand toward Darren. Hi, I'm Michael, Darren stated, and then shook his head. I think this belongs to you. Michael and pulled a blue camera bag from his handbellers. Darren's eyes opened wide. He stood nearly to fill the front steps. Our camera. Thanks. Where did you find it? I found it in Owl Creek Park, by a park bench. Michael replied. I remember now, said Darren's mom. We've took a break from walking the dog and sit onto a bench for a while. We must have forgotten to take the camera with us when we started walking again. Darren unzipped the bag, put out the camera and turned it around, looking for something. We don't have our name on this. How do you know it's ours? It was ours. I discovered that you and I have something in common, said Michael. Darren gave Michael a puzzled look. He couldn't imagine having anything in common with his tall boy. Michael explained. I printed a picture in the camera, hoping one of them would give me a clue about the people who own the camera. I saw the one showing you in your classroom with your ant sculpture, and guess what? Darren shrugged his shoulders. We had the same third grade teachers. I'm in 10th grade now, but I remember doing the same project in 3rd grade. Mrs. Casey always has his students make sculptures of a recycled stuff. Really? Darren asked. But yours was better than mine. I made a dog, but the nose was so long, everyone thought it was an ant-eater. Michael laughed. He pulled the photographs out of his backpack and handed them to Darren. I took the picture to school and showed them to the secretary. She recognized you and called your mom to give her my telephone number. Then your mom called me. Now I can show the ant to Dad, said Darren happily. Thanks, Michael. I guess sometimes people can count on the kindness of a stranger.